1570, a tribute was formed as a form of taxation, payable by gold or produce that summates to 8 reales annually per family. Encomienderos abused taxes by delaying the collection of tribute until the season of scarcity, where products had high price points. Later on, in 1589, a revolt was led by the natives in Cagayan, northern Luzon, against the collectors of tribute. Subsequently, the revolt expanded to areas such as the Ilocos province and the town of Dingras. 6 Spaniards were then slain in the pueblo of Fernandina. Also, in 1589, a year after the failure of Spanish Armada, Queen Elizabeth I of England had sent an attack fleet against Spain. Spanish Armada's aim was to halt the English interference in the Spanish Netherlands. This movement was then known as the English Armada or Queen Elizabeth and the Portugal Expedition of 1589, which served as a response or counterattack to the temporary weakness of Spain due to the event in the year prior. Eventually, England withdrew and Spain rose to victory. This document was a task given to Fray Juan Plasencia by Governor Santiago de Vera. Another reason for writing the document is to provide a guide for the alcalde mayors to settle disputes among native Filipinos. By enumerating several ancient customs and traditions, the information gathered from Plasencia's work therefore served as a leverage for the Spaniards to govern, reconstruct, and reconfigure the Philippine society, because Spanish authorities used this as a basis to formulate new laws and policies in the Philippines during the colonization period. Father Juan de Plasencia, the author, displays dissatisfaction with the ancient Filipinos' justice system. He aims to expose the truth on the existence of inequality and discrimination among the social classes. The purpose of Plasencia's document was to put an end to the injustices being committed by certain government officials against the natives. It is also to provide as the first form of civil code to administer justice. The document intends to help in understanding and preserving many of the traditional ways of the natives. The author was trying to obtain simple truths from natives in different districts in regard to their social classes, government, administration of justice, inheritance, slaves, and dowries. The author claims that other documents about this topic may be more extended and narrative. However, Father Juan Plasencia created this document clearly and concisely by narrating only the relevant details about the topic, emphasizing on the truth, showing that he stands for what he believes is right. A quote from Plasencia's document: "Others perhaps may offer a more extended narrative, but leaving aside irrelevant matters concerning government and justice among them, a summary of the whole truth is contained in the above. I am sending the account in this clear and concise form because I had received no orders to pursue the work further. Whatever may be decided upon, it is certainly important that it should be given to the alcaldes mayor, accompanied by an explanation, for the absurdities which are to be found in their opinions are indeed pitiable." The aforementioned quotation explains that the author created this document short but concise, containing all important details and the truth about the life of the ancient Filipinos and how they experienced injustices among the government officials. The above is what I've been able to ascertain clearly concerning customs observed among these natives, in all this Laguna and the Things, and among the entire Tagalog race. The said quotation mentions what the article is all about. It states that it consists of customs that Father Plasencia had observed among the native Filipinos living in Laguna and the other Tagalog race. The main idea of the article is to explain how the ancient Filipinos live, how the natives classify themselves into 3 castes, how they share or claim lands, and govern themselves according to what Father Plasencia had learned and observed among the natives. Their myths and beliefs, which is luckily still preserved today, made us understand we already have a culture, a religion that is paganism. We believe in Bathala, in witches and sorcery, and in different rituals. We have our own distinct identity, from customs to practices that dates back even before the Spaniards arrived. The document is important because it greatly contributes to our understanding of history by showing us that there are still several beliefs and practices in the document that are still evident in today's society. It also affirms that even during the pre-Hispanic era, Filipinos already had a government that led them, and that people back then were already facing injustice amongst the evident social classes. The historical significance of this document is that it showed us that there are still practices and beliefs from the 16th century that are evident today, such as a body of government officials and an inequality and injustice among social classes. It also reminds us to always look back at our past culture that we had before the Spaniards came, as it contributes to our identity as Filipinos. This document supports the claim because it serves as a basis as it is a record of the beliefs and practices of the Filipinos during the pre-Hispanic era. This document fits the argument of which the Spaniards used it as a basis for their governance because it contains records of the system of the society during the pre-colonial era, such as laws, policies, and hierarchy among the people.